She pulled a foreskin back like it's edible.
She pulled the foreskin back like it's edible.
Just a simulation, the government. I just served over $1 billion, I'm loving it. She got light skin nipples, yeah, that's my favorite. Sean White looking like he working for the ages. Wish a white dude would tell me about black lives. Wasn't my choice when my parents got me baptized. Black oppression is a business. I see they wanna test me like the litmus. Well, I know we'll be fixing the EQ. I'm just waiting on the day I finally get me too. Cause a nigga did a lot of shit. They say I don't belong in politics.
Came in this bitch just to rip heads off. Ay. Check on your head, now you getting checked off. Jump in the red, pour skirt, spare off. Put the poodle to your noodle, now you dripping red sauce. I don't listen to your rap, we got too many lies in it. Don't you come to my hood, you wouldn't.
Yo. Man, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I woke up today and I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna talk about on the stream today? Like, I feel like everyone's tired of hearing about war. Like, there hasn't been that much escalation. Like, what we gotta talk about crypto. And all of a sudden, boom! Fucking Black Monday or Black Friday. Black Friday. I mean, we have like a million things happening today. A million things happening. Trump is live right now, I think, or he's doing like a interview right now, and he's saying crazy shit, and stocks are dumping, and gold is dumping, and yeah, we just have a lot. We have a lot to fucking cover. I'm not gonna lie. The second I get off the stream, I'm going to the bar, brother, and watching college basketball. But we can't do that yet because we have a lot to get over, a lot to cover, a lot to talk about. Shit's going crazy right now, and yeah, I'm gonna just like get roll call real quick. It's Friday. It's been, guys, I don't know about you. It's been a long 4 weeks. D-Nap, what's good? Alex, Caleb, what's good? Seth, Joey, Viblet, my dog, what's good? Stone, Cal, Lloyd, Jackson, Ray, Live Life TV. Guys, I fucking love you guys. You get me so happy. Ether Soul, Polka, Young Spoon, Hidden Character, Sparky, Kira, House Goblin, Swell Pepe, Yona, what's good? What's good? What's good? Hen Dog, what's good? Jeeves, what's good? Chunky Nuts, what's good? Where's Pipe Bomb? Where's Pipe Bomb? Pipe Bomb, are you in the house? Pipe Bomb, looking for a Pipe Bomb. I'm looking for a Pipe Bomb 33 if you're around. All right. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitter and you want to chat in GTA, twitch.tv/threadguy. And yeah, pull up on Twitch. That's where we're at. I'm drinking a matcha, Galo matcha, but it's gone now. I had this whole intro planned and I was going to talk about college basketball and shit, but it's like, I don't think we really have a choice. We got to just talk about the comments right now, so let's just go. Okay. Market close in 8 minutes. Market close in 8 minutes. What's good, Viblet? Market closes in 8 minutes, and we're kind of falling off a cliff right now. SPY down 2%, which I don't know when the last time we had a down 2% day on SPY, but I did see the Kentucky Buzzer beat a go OG. That was insane. This is one of the gnarlier moves I think we've seen in a while. The whole situation here is escalating. Russell's down 3%. Q's down 2, IGV down 2, Nasdaq down 3.4, the Dow down another percent. VIX is sending up 15%, gnarly. Crypto actually looks fucking pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. Looks pretty fucking impressive. Gold off a cliff. And then individual names getting crushed. Nvidia down 3.4%. Sandex is down 10%. 10 on SanDisk. Apple down 1%. Microsoft down 2. Oracle down 4. Micron down 5.6. I mean, dude, this is, even for crypto guys, this is gnarly, man. Meta down 2.4. Amazon on 1.6. Tesla down 3.7. Donate.gg. Leap, I love you, brother. Thank you for the gift. Shout out to Donate.gg. Happy birthday to Leap. Hey, everyone. Right now, I need to see how many people want to stream. There's 103 at Twitch. I need to see 103 happy birthday Leaps. 103 happy birthday Leaps. 103. Say happy birthday to my brother, man. That's my brother. I'm not here today without Leap. I'm not here today without Leap. That's my brother, man. Google, thank you guys. Thank you. Google down 2.1. AMD down 2.5. Intel down 5, brother. Intel down 5. Mac D God, thank you with a 10 gifted. Thank you. Oil across the board sending. It's the front dated it's sending now, which is very interesting. I don't know. What does that mean exactly? Game theory. Does that mean people are saying fuck it? Like they're not even ripping. They're keeping the back dated down, but people, it's getting hard to hold the front end of the futures down. It just is. Donate.gg with the 10 gifted. Thank you, Leap. Thank you. Happy birthday, brother. So these front dated contracts are up a lot. Backs are down less. And then individual names again. This is a rough day. Oh, you want to know? Positive note. On a positive note, threadguy, how was the email from the accountant? Dude. Can I be honest for a second? Can I break the fourth wall for a second? I'm not going to tell you the number. If I told you the number, you wouldn't even believe it. You wouldn't believe me if I told you the number. You'd be shocked that I made that much money. Malcolm's not joking. It is a number and an amount. Not just the amount itself, but based off how much money I have, it's so violently, no, not good for me because I'm looking at this number and it's supposed to be 54%. That's my tax bracket of everything that I made in 2025. And I got this number and then I look at my accounts and I'm like, where's the other 46? Where's the other 46? Pete Hegseth took it and smelt it on a lobster. So, no, it's horrifying. We'll do an accounting stream on Monday, maybe. It's actually dude, I woke up today so sad. I'm not going to lie. I woke up today, like, so sad. Because I'm like, man, I promised all these, like, Barbados trips. And, like, I've been offering, like, Aruba and fucking whatever. Turks. And wait, you actually paid taxes on crypto? Look, I know a lot of people don't pay taxes on crypto, but you should pay them. Like, you should definitely pay them. And I'm not trying to say I'm like a public figure, but like, bro, if they start, if Gavin Newsom is the president or AOC wins the election and they're catching bodies, they're coming after me, bro. They're coming after me. Like, they just are. They're just going to hit me with it. And so there's nothing I can do about it. So, yeah, I fucking pay taxes. Like, yeah, I pay taxes. So, anyways, let's finish these individual names, and then we got to talk about Trump comments. Hymns down 10%, bro. Strategy down 2, not bad. Figma down 2. Hood down 5, bro. The emit port is not great. Coinbase down 2.5, TSN down 2.5. Adobe is somehow green today. Nike down 2. DraftKings down 5. Just gnarly, dude. Oh, how's Palantir? I don't even want to look. That's its go-to, right? Oh, God. Down 3. Open door down 5. And in just Adobe overvalued at 0. In a miraculous performance today. In a 4-quarter miraculous AJ DeBonza type of performance. Bitcoin's green. And I don't even know if it's Sailor. Bitcoin is fucking green today, which is just, I mean, wait, let's do something. Let's go like Bitcoin overlaid SPX. Bitcoin SPX. Look at this. Nice. That's a 5-minute though. How's like a daily? Oof. Just looks like the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin SPX just looks like the Bitcoin chart. Oh, that's hilarious. It just looks like the Bitcoin chart. Like, it looks the exact same. You trading SPX this weekend? Absolutely not. So, market closes in 2 minutes, and we're basically in a rush to see who can sell more risk. I think you're starting to see markets wiggle, crypto getting stronger. It's crazy. Store of value day. Oh, last thing, too, is like we're fucking bond traders now. US 10-year ripping, bro. Just a fleeting. I don't know where all the money's going. I think you just need a BRTG. I need many. I don't know where the money's going, but it's leaving the US. I don't know where it's going. It's fleeting out of everything. Spending it on oil is just inverse with oil. We're just buying oil. I don't know, but it is fleeting out of the US right now. And so here's where we're at. I was going to do other stuff. I was actually going to start the stream talking about how, like, I think Kim Jong-un's a good dad, but we don't have the pleasure of talking about that right now. So let us just... Why is TLT down? There's a good basics in Z tweet for this. All right, thanks for the gifted. This is hilarious. Wow, this is so funny. This is actually so funny. Everything that goes in hyper just tops. Crypto just tops. It's so funny. Every asset that crypto... it's kind of like a funny joke, and it's like a little bit annoying sometimes, but it plays out so beautifully every single time. Every single time. By the way, there's a new Jang video that dropped, and I know I told you I'm done with Jang, but the sicko did fucking... I mean, you want to watch this. Obviously, you want to watch this, and so we're gonna fucking watch this. Not yet, but we're gonna get there. Here's the tweet real quick. Also, these are so brutal. Like, if they're not spending gold on dollars, what are they spending on? Food. Brutal. Here. I'm loading up a TLT June 30 90 calls. Don't at me. I saw Twitch for TG. Thanks, brother. And he replies, the U.S. government becoming a banana republic is not good for its credit rating. It's a decent post. So, all right, let's do this real quick. Before I shit on America, which I feel like I've been doing a lot recently, the White House posted a good video. Let's watch the video real quick, and then we could do some shit.
March equals madness.
Oh, it's real.
Did we just see what we think we just saw?
Okay, now talk about how the world's ending. Here we go. I'll just try to go bang, 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 bang. There's a bunch of headlines. Let's see. Where should I start? I'm just gonna read a bunch of Trump headlines. One, Trump says he doesn't pull up Bloomberg's account. Is that better? Is that better than Squawk? Okay. Here we go. It starts. Okay, so it started here with Iran unwilling to talk about opening Hormuz while under attack, which I think is like a kind of a funny scene. Is like we're just like launching missiles at Iran, and we're like, hey, can we have a discussion about opening like that oil bridge? Like, can we get that open? They're like, can you stop attacking us first? So gold falls. This one kind of came out of nowhere. Denmark was ready to blow up airfields to stop a U.S. invasion of Greenland. But here we go. Trump says we don't need the Strait of Hormuz. First one. Second, I think Israel will be ready to end the Iran war when the U.S. wants to end. We want more or less similar things. Next, S&P declined to 2%. Next, traders turned positive on the U.S. dollar for the first time this year, so dollar's ripping. Next, Trump on opening the Strait of Hormuz. At a certain point, it will open itself. Next, Trump on Carg Island. I may have a plan or I may not, he says. I may have a plan or I may not. Okay. What? I mean, what is that? What is that? I mean, I may have a plan or I may not. What? Have you guys ever considered it's just 4D chess? Has anyone really like sat down and considered it's a 4D chess? And I mean, this is like the final. Here, has anyone actually sat down and understand that you are struggling to comprehend that this is 4D chess and you're just really bad at seeing through it? It's so 4D that, yeah, this is actually a banger tweet. Like, watch this. This is actually a banger tweet. Should I tweet this? The U.S. is playing 4D chess. They just really fucking. Bro, I feel like I've been shitting on them too much. I feel like I've been shitting on them too much. I feel like I've been shitting on them too much. It's a good tweet though. I mean, the 4D chess guys, like, here's my problem with the 4D chess guys. Is like, it's just, I had this conversation with Razmi yesterday because he calls me and he's like a 4D chess guy. And I think it's just like intellectually, like, okay, 4D chess with a perspective, I'm down for. I'm down for 4D chess with a, like, it's for blank. And you have a way to tie it together. Because I don't like know enough to be able to see through every outcome, right? So I do like my own game theory, but like I'm really bad at game theory. Kind of a similar thing, right? I do my game theory, but I'm just really bad at game theory. Or like I do game theory and geopolitics, but I'm really bad at geopolitics. And so like I'm super down to admit that there's like a bunch of angles I haven't considered and or thought through that could definitely play out. And so like when I do the stream where I'm like every outcome is bad, like yeah, maybe there's like a good outcome. But you got to give me 4D chess with a perspective. Because if you say just 4D chess and then you don't have a like goal, it's just like intellectually boring. It's intellectually boring. Like, at least give me some juice. Give me some sauce. Otherwise, what's the point, you know? All right. Then he goes, so he may have a plan, may not. Then he goes, Trump on Iran, I think we've won. And then Trump on opening the strait, you need a lot of help. He just said we don't need help, and we have it. We need a lot of help. NATO hasn't had the courage to help us over Iran. Trump on Iran, I don't want to do a ceasefire. Trump, we can have a dialogue with Iran, but I don't want a ceasefire. Trump, we have unlimited ammunition and a lot of troops. Trump on UK help, they should have acted faster. And then we could do Trump ground. I think there's one more. Senators reach a deal to solve the stablecoin issue with clarity. Actually, we'll get there. I just saw that. Then there's this: is Trump has made the Trump admin has made detailed preparations for deploying the U.S. ground forces into Iran. Senior military commanders have sent Trump specific requests aimed at preparing for a ground invasion. Trump has been deliberating whether to position ground forces in the region. The U.S. has held meetings to prepare for how to handle the possible detonation of Iranian soldiers. The U.S. is preparing to deploy elements of the 82nd Airborne Division into the Middle East region. It's going to be another busy weekend ahead. And so, man, it's just like Iran. U.S. forces enter. Look, this thing was down. It's fucking back up 71%. And they're now talking about sending 8,000 Marines and sailors into what is like Iran geography? What does it actually look like? Can we watch this? What does it actually look like?
This video was made possible by CuriosityStream. Watch unlimited documentaries for free for a month at curiositystream.com/reallifelore. Historically, Persia has wielded massive international influence and prestige, but there's always been one problem that severely limits any civilization in Iran, including the modern Iran. Iran's geographic spawn point is nerfed, and here's why.
Iran's geographic spawn point is nerfed.
Take a look at this topographic map of the country. To the west are the Zagros Mountains, a large chain that makes up a significant portion of the border with Iraq, and to the north are the Alborz Mountains. Together, the Zagros and Alborz largely protect the Iranian heartland located atop high plains inside. In modern times, of the 8 largest Iranian...
By the way, the U.S. objectively got the best spawn ever, bro. The U.S. has the best spawn point of all time. Wait. Let's go like the US is the best spawn ever. This map sucks. Wait. Let's go like world map HD. The geography is why they're winning and will win this war. We're gonna watch it. I want to watch the video. Let's go. Like, what's a good map? This good? This looks pretty good. Open image in new tab. There we go. This, okay, US is a goated spawn point because, like, okay, I think Australia is kind of goated too because you're a full island, but you don't want to be like, I think being entirely an island is like a little bit whack because you have like no bodies of land surrounding you. This, I think, is objectively where you want to be. Maybe Argentina is pretty sick too. Argentina's pretty sick. Argentina rocks. The US is sick because you have like, it's give Canada above. Like, bro, we're not worried about Canada at all. So if you have Canada above, you're big chilling. Canada above, Mexico below, you dominate this in Alaska. How many people live in Alaska? None. Juneau, Alaska? Like 100 people? 730,000. That's actually more than I thought. It's like 100 people in Alaska. And so if you're the US, you get like giga protection because nothing is happening down here. You dog this. And then nothing's happening up here. They're useless. And so you have like full body protection. That is a goated spawn point. Iran low-key is a tough one, I feel like. Like you get the mountain protection and you just happen to own this strait. But you're surrounded by like chaos. Greenland is kind of goated too, but isn't it fucking Greenland is like your analysis of Trump's comments is a bit lazy. I'm not there yet. What do you want me to say? It's like, bro, crew to 200, like completely spiraled out of control. We're not there yet though. This is goated, but it's freezing, isn't it? Iceland is kind of goated too. That's a good spot. Australia, I like. And then objectively, Russia has an OP spawn. Although it gets really cold. Russia has an OP spawn. Honestly, they do. Like, this has got to be like T1 spawn point. Because it's also like, they have oil. Also, what is Saudi Arabia doing in all of this? With the Strait of Hormuz. What is Saudi Arabia doing right now? Nothing? They have no what? We've never really looked at this map. What is Saudi Arabia doing? Just like chilling? They can't do anything? And what is this? Oman? Just doing nothing? By the way, India has a pretty sick spawn point as well. I like India's spawn. It's a really good spawn point. Russia not OP until they own Ukraine. Where? Oh, Ukraine. Yeah. fair. They just have so much land. They have so much land. I think India is a pretty good spawn. And then South Africa is objectively goated. What is this? What is this right here? I can't read it. I think Argentina is goated too. That's a sick spot. Madagascar. Yeah, Madagascar is lit. Argentina is lit. But US has the best spawn. I don't really think this is much of a debate. Like, we just have OP spawn point. Like, there isn't really... Have you ever played Risk before? My uncle was like a freak at these types of games. Yeah. Best client. Argentina is sick, but US just wins. Like, we just got a good roll. Japan's pretty good too. Japan's pretty good, but you're like in a weird spot. You're in a weird spot. But the US just got the best roll of the dice, bro. They just got the best roll. Okay, I want to watch this real quick. Like, what do we... If you actually send troops in, what happens?
Cities.
Wait, what about Kim? That's actually a good point. Japan next to Kim. Yeah. North Korea low-key has a rough spawn point. Like, I kind of get where they're coming from. I kind of get where North Korea is coming from with the whole, like, nuke thing. Because they're in a weird spot, right? Like, South Korea right below, China right above, Japan right next, no way out. I kind of get the whole, like, nuclear weapon thing. Also, he's a good dad. He's a really good dad.
다시금 묘의하시면서 다음과 같은 견해를 피력하셨습니다.
I mean, he is.
땅크 공업의 현대화에서 우리는 당당히 자부할 수 있는 성과와 진보를 획득하였다.
How much impact does, like, cubic miles have on, like, your power? Like, Russia is crazy. I've never really, like, looked at a map like this. Russia is, like, so big, dude. Is Russia bigger than North America? I mean, that's a big body of land. That's a really... Also, yeah, it gives you, like, better surface area for resources, right? Like, the bigger your land, the higher likelihood. That's interesting. This might be the worst spawn in the whole map, given the context, is Mongolia, bro. This might be the worst spawn point on the entire map. Huh? This is probably the worst spawn. This is, like, probably the worst roll you could have gotten right here. Objectively, this is bad. This is a really bad one. I don't think you could have done worse. But that's why Genghis Khan wanted to take over the world. Central Africa. I don't really know much about Africa, to be honest. Indonesia got a solid spawn. Turkey's pretty rough. Turkey is actually brutal. Turkey might be the worst. I got she's so funny because you learn second grad school. But it's funny because, like, you learn second grade material live, but I also, like, just ripping money in the markets. This is your counterparty. You could argue that Turkey is the worst because you're stuck in here. Look at this. You're really stuck if you're Turkey. There's no way out. You go east, and it's like Iran, China, Russia. North is Russia. East is China. South is Iraq, Saudi Arabia. And then west is, like, you got to go through, like, all of Europe to get out. You can't get out. There's no way out. I'm thinking about, like, space, like, exits. You don't have that many exits if you're Turkey. That's a rough draw. I think we're probably good with the world map, but this is fun. Yeah. I like Indonesia. Like, Indonesia is probably a first round pick for sure. Where's New Zealand? I don't even know where that is on a map. I thought that Iceland got a decent roll too. The problem is you're like Iceland can't be a world power from that spot, you know? Like, how are you going to dominate? How are you going to run the world from here? You're just not. You know what else underrated spawn point is? Spain. Gnarly. Spain is really good. Where's Jamaica? Spain, I like. I like Spain. That's an early round pick for sure, right? Like, if you're Spain, you can basically get anywhere and you can get the fuck out. For some reason, I'm really... weighing the ability to get the fuck out. You got to be able to get the fuck out. Like, Turkey's not going anywhere. But this is so goated. It's like, here's this entire body of land. Here's an entire body of land, and your neighbors are retarded. Like, you can inherit it all if you want. And you have fucking oil. You got everything. Gold. You have everything. It's like Catan. What is up with the U.S. thing, by the way? You're just like preordained from the heavens to just like the God role of all God roles. Yeah. All right. Argentina too. I would go early top 5 pick in Argentina, I think. Top 5 pick. Top 5 pick in Argentina, I think, for sure. Yeah, Argentina's top 5. All right. Let's watch this real quick, and then we'll get back to the Trump thing. I just want to see, like...
Over 1 million inhabitants, only one of them, Avaz, is located outside of this heartland between the mount language area. Rules strongly and often always been difficult, meaning that whatever regime rules must rule strongly and often harshly in order to keep the disconnected and diverse areas across the mountains united. The major cities of Persia have always been located across these very sword. On the one hand, the mountain ranges make any invasion of Iran a difficult operation. The Zagros can be used as an easily defended plains in ranges make any invasion of Iran a difficult operation. The Zagros can be used as an easy...
I mean, it looks beautiful, not gonna lie. I see why people would want to rule this.
Defensible high ground position against an invading army from the west, while the Albours...
How do you even get in? What do you even do?
Invasion from the north. And even if an enemy overcomes those, they'd still have to fight across the mountains and valleys of the heartland and take each city one by one. However, the...
What do you even do? Like, what's the GTO strategy here?
Mountains can also serve to box an Iranian empire inside and limit their ability to project power beyond them. Geography always plays a major role in warfare, and in 1980, Iraq launched an all-out
nuke it is crazy
invasion into Iraq.
Bro, you can't nuke it. You can't nuke it, and if they could take it from air, we would have done it already. You can't nuke it.
With the goal of annexing.
I mean, like, objectively, that's probably, like, the easiest option, but you can't do it.
The oil-rich western province of Khuzestan, and hopefully overthrowing the Iranian regime and halting the Iranian revolution's influence from spreading any further west. Iraq made limited progress into occupying Khuzestan here, largely because it's just an extension of the alluvian plain in Iraq itself and is an easy, flat surface for mobilized units and troops to travel across. Khuzestan is the only province of Iran.
Khuzestan. Is this the Strait of Hormuz right here?
That's located primarily west of the Zagros, but Iraq made only small progress invading further up north into the Zagros because of the difficulty in attacking the Iranian high ground positions. In this way, the Zagros protected Iran against attacks along her entire border. Iraq's invasion was stunted, and after 2 years,
Week 3 of threadguy streaming coverage of the war, people slowly turned to option 4.
the Iranians completely pushed them out and began their own counter-invasion of Iraq. But this was just as difficult for the Iranians. The front line across the border territory was significantly closer to the major Iraqi population centers and military depots in Baghdad and Basra, and they could resupply their front largely across easy and flat terrain, which was a problem that the Iranian military suffered from supply shortages throughout the war, which was a problem that the
this is a problem, right? You get to war and there's no way in, but there's no way out. It's like a double-edged sword.
Iraqi military simply Iran was case finally signed that changed our with over central that had holding the area for long from the steppe outer and modern armies, and today the entire area is still largely under the influence of Russia, so no realistic expansion in that direction either. That essentially leaves the west, and in times of regional weakness or interest, you'll be Persia did end up being a her influence one oil gas state and a considered gas ships miles and nothing can get in or out across the ocean with ships to prevent any resources from leaking through. But all an enemy has to do to blockade the majority of Iran is to block that 21-mile wide opening, and nothing can get in or out across the ocean. And it's even worse than that. Today, 1/3 of the nothing can get in or out across the ocean. And it's even worse than that. Today, 1/3 of the entire global supply of liquefied natural gas and 25% of the global supply of oil passes through this 21-mile wide strait. In theory, since Iran controls the entire northern coastline, they could blockade or mine the strait themselves and cut the entire world off.
I don't get what the fuck Saudi Arabia is doing right now. Why do they not have equal ability to stop this? Like, okay, I understand this is Iran, but like this is Saudi Arabia. They're just doing nothing.
from massive amounts of critical resources. Such an action would be catastrophic upon the global port and miles traffic starting point is to buff next on Curiosity Stream. A glory.
How to build a castle. It's a pretty good watch. How old is this video? 6 years ago. Why Iran's geography sucks. There's a new Trump thing real quick. Okay, so we finished with this. Saudis don't want Iran to blow up their oil fields. Okay, but Iran probably doesn't want Saudi to blow up their oil fields. So we now have 8,000 marine amphibious ready groups in place, totaling about 8,000 Marines and sailors. It seems that Trump is positioning forces for an amphibious operation to seize Iran's islands. Oh, here's a good tweet. Without the USA, NATO is a paper tiger. They didn't want to join the fight to stop a nuclear-powered Iran. Now that fight is militarily won, with very little danger for them, they complain about the high oil prices they are forced to pay. But they don't want to help open the Strait of Hormuz, a simple military maneuver that is the single reason for high oil prices. So easy for them to do with so little risk, cowards, and we will remember President Donald J. Trump. You think Trump is communicating with NATO via, like, Zoom calls in the background, or it's just Twitter, and they're, like, just reading his headlines? Like, are they reading this shit as we're reading it? Because it feels like, yeah, it kind of feels like they are. It feels like we're all reading this at the same time. How he's feeling about allies at any given moment. Yeah, so fourth on the same news has been reported. Ground troops. Hi, Thugger. Number one fan is here. Welcome, brother. And then, oh, we'll come back to that in a second. Let's have, there's a clip of him. Watch our guru.
We don't.
Like, how can people overlook the Clarity Act? 63% it gets signed this year. I think a lot of the legwork of the Clarity Act, CFTC, SEC approving and labeling all of these crypto assets has, like, largely been done. I don't think it's gonna be a huge instant shock event for crypto, but it's one of these things where it's like I'm tired of speculating on what's gonna happen when it gets passed, because we've been doing it for so long that we just, like, we'll wait for it to get passed. And then we will cover, like, implications after it happens. You're the type of dude that take home on a Saturday night?
We don't use the strait. We don't. The United States. We don't need. You know, we don't use the strait. We don't. The United States. We don't need it. Europe needs it. Korea, Japan, China, a lot of other people. So they'll have to get involved a little bit on that one.
And so that is basically, and then I guess we end up here. The fuck is going on here? It's U.S. 10-year ripping, and Calvin replies, the market is realizing that Hormuz could be an empire-ending event. We're not going to do Doomer the whole stream, I swear. Okay, quick market check. Where did we close on SPY? Yeah, gnarly. Bitcoin looks great. Bitcoin looks fucking great. And here's where we left off with crude oil. Yeah, Calvin also made this whack ass tweet. I sent it in the pit. Where's the tweet? Somebody link it. Where's the tweet? It was like such a weird tweet. He tweeted, I'm not sure I can take him seriously anymore, even though I'm here. I received an odd sign that the Strait of Hormuz crisis will end in about 3 weeks from now for reasons I am unaware of. If this happens, I will be very surprised because there is no logical indication that would be the case. Let's all pray for peace regardless. There is more than logic. Sometimes it's just delusion. Sometimes it's something more. I think anyone who has ever spent significant time alone in the wilderness knows what I'm talking about. Do not trade off this, you degenerates. This is what being bearish does to you, brother.
Satoshi in Seattle in You mentioned you met Satoshi in Seattle in 1993.
Yes.
He also came to you in a dream. You have a nice relationship with Satoshi.
I feel like I do.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a story to tell. Definitely have an opportunity to meet him back in 1993.
So I don't know. That's your counterparty. This is what being bearish over like an extended period of time does to you, though. Is like, I mean, he's just losing it. He's kind of losing. He's kind of like losing it. Now, I'm not sure if it was there to be lost, but whatever was left of it is going. And so, honestly, this today, I think is the first day really that things have spiraled a little bit. I'm not gonna say out of control, but I've been talking about for a while. I think there's a spread between how people are positioned, not sentiment, but how people are positioned, and how out of control the situation's gotten. And while you're 3 days behind base 16Z, brother, we've been talking about this for fucking 4 weeks. I've been calling you a retard for 4 weeks. So you could say whatever it is, but I've used the adjective retarded to describe you for 4 weeks on the 4D chess. So that is where it feels like today is the first day. 2% down on SPY, pretty gnarly, bonds ripping, things are going crazy. And check out Simon Dixon TG. Okay, I'll do it in a second. And oil's fucking ripping. So look, I did a thing because crude's ripping. Crude is up only. I feel like it should be up higher. It's candling. And all I'm hearing is fucking price controls this, export controls this, export ban that. And you guys know I've been on and off long crude, and I will not let that happen. I am not willing to have my upside in this market be stopped and be shunned by some export controls or some export bans. So I took matters into my own fucking hands. And I exercised my contracts, baby, and we got it shipped. Baby. I got one. They will not. No. They will absolutely not be fucking export controlling or stopping my crude. I got this shit right here. 1 barrel of American crude oil in hand, okay? You can cap the price. You can slap export controls on it. This thing right here, $200 a fucking barrel. We're using the house as a storage facility, and all contracts of crude that I am long, I am exercising. There is a fucking UPS truck outside. There's 2 guys. They have one of those fucking, what do you call the little dollies, and they're legging them into the house, okay? The stream room this weekend is going to be storage for oil. American fucking crude, Phillips 66. These things are not going for less than $200 a barrel, and I will not be subjected to fucking price controls. So, got one of the big boys, man. We got one of the fucking big boys right here. It's going to the back of the stream, and it's coming right here. I'm fucking around, man. I have a thesis. I see it through the whole way. I see it through the whole way. I see it through the whole fucking way. And it leads me to this post. Okay. By the way, are you not fucking playing? You guys can see it, bro. It's fucking heavy, man. It's fucking heavy. Look, you can see crude oil right in there, baby. Right in there. American fucking crude, man. It seems like 50 fucking pounds. American crude. Straight out of the fucking salt mines in Texas. 2 million barrels a day. And I will absolutely not be subjected. Everyone's worried about, oh, I'm long Brent. Oh, wait, you can't even see it. Everyone's like, oh, I'm long Brent because, like, price controls that. Fuck. Price controls. No, shut it. American crude, baby. Everyone's like, oh, I'm long Brent because I want to be long crude, but like export bans and this, that, nah, fuck that. It's in hand. I have it in fucking hand, bro. $200 a barrel. Come get them. However many you want, come fucking get them. I got whatever you want, come get them. You want it, come get it. You want to come get it. I got them in-house. I got them in hand in New York City. $200 a barrel. They're going for like 160. And I think in South Korea they're paying like 160 a barrel. The spread. Who's got the tweet? The spread between on paper and physical in hand is gnarly. It's a big spread, and I'm not gonna get fucking. Where should it go? Why is it like? Yeah, I'm not gonna be subjected to it. So, what do they say? A bird in hand is worth two in a bush. A bird in the hand, a fern in the hand is worth two pigeons in the air. Well, I got about 200 birds in hand, and so what's that worth? Okay. Now it leads me to a tweet. I have a tweet. I have a pretty good tweet. I'd actually had never seen this before. It's a really good one. I wish I didn't read this before because I was crying laughing when I read it for the first time. I was crying laughing when I read Fei Zhao sent it. He told me it's Fei Zhao, but I'm just gonna stick with Fei Zhao. He told me he sent this to me this morning when I sent him a picture of my crude oil barrel. I wish I didn't read it because I was crying laughing when I read it earlier. Now I'm not gonna laugh, but it's really funny. And it reads, "Can I refuse delivery on my 50 tons of egg futures?" It's still really funny. So I went a bit overboard with DCE JD contracts, fresh egg hen futures. I took a bunch of drugs and my friend had a bird, and I don't know why it made me think a bird flu strain was coming this year, so I got a shit ton of contracts. Turns out I hit the lottery as farmers across the nation massacred their chicken stocks because of a bird flu. I got in about $37.50 a contract and cashed out at $4,400. I apparently did not get all of my contracts out, and now I have people contacting me saying I need to take physical delivery of 10 contracts. A contract is 5 metric tons of eggs. I live in an apartment. I cannot take delivery of 50 tons of eggs. What do I do? I made a killing so I can hire whoever I need to make this go away, but can somebody help me? I do not want 50 tons of eggs coming to my door. Would it be illegal for me to list a delivery address to the nearest Federal Reserve building? For reference and perspective, there are approximately 1,174 and 2,381 dozen eggs in a single ton. This puts me at approximately 1.2 million eggs. I'm really stressing out over the logistics of how the fuck I'd ship out this amount of eggs to shelters. It would have to be so many shelters. Edit. Those of you DMing and commenting, offering to buy my eggs, there's a 0% chance of doing business with anyone autistic enough to use this sub. Somehow we would find a way to both lose massive money. I had tears in my eyes when I read it for the first time. It's an incredible post, and I don't know if it's real. I don't think it's real. But American crude in hand. You guys let me know. But on a serious note, not that wasn't serious. I just think this should be higher. I don't know. It should be higher. It just should. It should be higher. And this market is not going down. This market's not going down. It's objectively not. And so I am long on Brent. I am a little bit, but I want to stop talking about my positions because it's driving me nuts. I don't want to risk aura, and I just it's driving me crazy to talk about what I'm long and what I'm not. So I'm just not going to do it anymore, at least for the moment. Because I'm so flip-floppy on this. And dude, I got my tax bill. Guys, my tax bill. Dude, it's bad. It's bad. I don't know what to. It's bad. It is. It's bad. It's just actually bad. It's actually bad, and it's bad. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. So you could say that I have given a quote lazy analysis on the Trump situation, but I would say back to you that the market thinks you're retarded. Really, the market is starting to panic a little bit, I think. And now the thing that how much of your Bitcoin stack are you gonna have to part with, dude? Let's just say, dude, let's just say Bitcoin at 100K would get me out of a lot of spots. How many figures? A lot of figures. Dude, what percent you get back in taxes? 54 is my tax bracket. If you were curious, you can do the math. You can do the math on minimum amount to get into 54 on capital gains. 54% is my tax bracket. Let's just say 100K Bitcoin, now, would get me out of some serious spots, bro. Serious spots. Serious spots. I just bought a pack of Capris to deal with it. You guys know what those are? Capris. I just bought a pack of American Capris to deal with it. And I have this really cool lighter. Yeah. I just have my mom watches the stream. I don't really want to like do that to her. I love you, Mom. Hope you're enjoying the basketball games today. But guys, I had been feeling bad because I felt like the problem with an extension is you still have to pay. Everyone say hi, Mom. Say hi to my mom. The problem with an extension is you still have to pay. Like, you just you file later, but you still have to pay. This is the thing, is that I feel like I've been feeling bad. Okay, let's talk for a second. You, me, the crude in the back. It's like the cuck chair, but it's the crude oil barrel. Just sits back there and fucking while the crude watches, while Rasmer watches. I had been feeling bad because I've been feeling like I have been being like really bearish and doomer over the last 4 weeks on this war. Cause like, let's just like call a spade a spade. I got on stream yesterday. I said we're gonna do a game theory stream. I got out Microsoft Paint. I proposed 4 options to you, and every single one ends with the US being worse. And I felt bad about that. I'm like, there's gotta be a 5th. I felt bad about that, and I felt like I had been doing it for the last like 4 weeks. And I've been long oil, so to be fair, I was bad. I'm not like bag working, but you know. And today, it feels like, look, I don't want to come here. First of all, I don't want to come here and victory lap a negative thing. Second of all, I don't want to. I don't want to like victory lap a negative thing. And I also don't want to like take credit for like being a geopolitical expert. Cause I'm just going to be like, it's a Friday stream. I'm just letting it go. I'm going to be so for real. Can I like make a thing under oath? Like, can I just say something and just be honest? February 28th, the U.S. and Israel strike Iran. February 27th, I had never heard of the Strait of Hormuz. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was. February 27th, I'd never heard of it once. It had never even like crossed my brain once. I had never been mentioned. I'd never seen a YouTube video. I had never heard of it ever. Who else? Who else? Anybody else? So I don't want to like come here and be like, oh, like I nailed the geopolitical situation. I was right to say things were going to get bad. I was right to say things were ugly and bearish, especially because I didn't like go short anything. I just went long oil. But 4 weeks later, and I'm sitting around and I'm like, not looking good, fellas. A lot of things are not looking good. And now I say that to you with deep optimism because we'll get in cash, we'll snipe bottoms, we'll long oil. We're going to make, I feel like we proved, I would go out on a limb. I would go out on a limb right here, right now. And I would go out on a limb and I would say, I don't want to say we shocked the world, but we proved some shit at least to ourselves that we can do some monitoring and we can do some buying and we can do it well under rough circumstances. I'm just saying. And we may have to become bond traders, fellas. We may have to become bond traders, which will do well. We'll do it well. And so there is no celebration happening here, but I am very much expressing the take. By the way, I got gel nails done, and the thing about getting gel nails is they don't tell you that there's no way to remove them. And so I've just been like picking them, and they don't look good anymore, and I can't get them off. And the only way to remove it is to go back to the salon. And it takes hour plus, no back support on the stool. And it's like really, it hurts my back. It hurts my shoulder. It's just like not a good look. So I say all that to say, not that we were right and it's not a celebration, but rather I feel like there's this consensus understanding that, like I had said, positioning and how out of control the situation has gotten in the Middle East is deep. And it's starting to narrow. And the way that it's narrowing is bonds up, everything risk down. And It's a little bit scary. I'm a little bit scared. By the way, I'm a little bit scared. Like Bitcoin looks decent in this situation, and so I'm not really the guy. Like, I don't know. I'm not the bonds guy, but I'm gonna be honest. I have a 10-minute what are bonds videos today, and we're gonna watch it. I'm just like, before Jag, if you want to see it. It's one of these like. Should we just watch it right now? Bond market.
Kind of understand.
Shock. Should we just watch it right now? It's like probably not a bad watch, right? You can probably like spend 8 minutes worse. You ever think about it like this too? I do think about things like this. Is like you could spend 8 minutes worse on a lot of things. There's a lot of ways to spend 8 minutes worse than a Bloomberg podcast video is often what I think. FM with Dreads, what's good, man? So I think we'll watch it, and then I'm supposed to talk about March Madness today. We'll color my gel nails. They don't look good anymore. They're pink, but they're like gnarly now. They don't look good. There's no better way to spend 3 hours on a teacher stream. There's no way we're getting 3 hours today. I have to get up though, and I drank a whole matcha. I gotta, brother. I've been getting my nails done. I just didn't tell you. Oh, God forbid a white boy go to a nail salon, takes care of himself. God forbid, you know? All right, I'm getting up real quick. I'll be back. I'll be right back. I was gonna make a bad joke. I didn't do it. I was gonna make a bad joke. I was gonna get in trouble. I was gonna get in trouble. All right, BRB. Like 2x. Yeah. Wait. Let me like start over. Let me walk off again. Hold on. Let me walk off again. All right, BRB. There we go.
Yeah. Look at the mirror, turning to ice and say you the man, so talk to me nice. I'm cashing a check, I'm out for the night. Over your CEO, gotta talk to me nice. Industry makers, I get all the hype. I'm in niggas' heads, I'm looking like lights. I buy the thing without checking the price. The boy from the six gotta talk to me nice. You see the teen nigga, look at the management, marketing genius. Look what I'm averaging, flew out the turns and go fuck up some lavish shit. I hate the baddest, but I'm never bragging. Move precision, no looking, no catalyst. Breaking down plays like an NBA analyst. I learned the waste when I sat down with Jack. My arm getting stronger, my words for the facts. I'm at the point I can touch on the moon. If I'm about to touch it, I'll walk on the tube. If I got partners, I'm sending the goons, and they do it now, I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm hitting numbers when I'm on the news, but you just start growing when you hit the news. I got the gun and I'm ready to shoot if one of these niggas is trying me soon. Look at the mirror, turning to ice and say you the man, so talk to me nice. I'm cashing the check, I'm out for the night over your CEO.
All right, welcome back to the stream. By the way, I don't think that being long oil is anti-American, by the way. It's like you should... I hate that I glaze him so much, but he's just a smart guy. By the way, I did beat Besson in the order books. I did beat Scott Besson in the order books. Not for a lot of size, but I did beat Besson in the order books. It's not anti-American to be long oil. I actually think it is. I hate that I glaze him so much. It's basic and easy. It's actually like pro-American to be long oil because you should be rooting for the free market to work correctly, and the thing should be going up. Therefore, you have like a responsibility to plow size, at least at a good entry. Not anymore, but at one time you had a responsibility to plow size and force it up because it should be. And so that is actually the most, I said this the other day, it's like the most valuable act you could provide to civilization is to speculate on oil futures. Really, it is. It's like help the world price in dude, I don't even want to read. Yo, I'm vibe coding a crazy coin for Bags Up Hackathon, but I need $50 for a Helios dev plan. Dude, I can't. I was gonna like, no, I can't. Wait. Let me just. I feel bad playing the fa. Honestly, I don't want to do it. I feel bad because like respect, you're grinding, but sorry, I feel bad doing it. I feel bad. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Give that brother a sub though. And good luck, man. May you revive on chain. All right, let's watch this real quick and we'll move on. Bonds. Bond market is ripping. We're gonna be fucking talking about bonds.
And what's going on here. But are we entering, Matt, in your view, a new era when it comes to the global bond trade?
We're not overly concerned about it, particularly from a U.S. perspective, right? If you think about it, what Japan is going through now with the BOJ being a little bit behind the curve, catching inflation, we've been through that. We got through that.
Oh, imagine this brother is like Andy A-Ray. He just like dropped GOAT. He launched it on our stream first. I paid no attention. D-Dap, thanks for the 10 gifted.
5 years ago. The best way to look at it's real yields, right? Inflation adjusted yields. Not exactly, but approaching 2% on 10s, approaching 2.75, getting close to 3 on 30s. That looks great relative to the rest of the globe, right? Rest of the globe, you got Germany probably 75 basis points on 10s. You got Japan 35 to 50 basis points. Our real yields look quite attractive here. So if there is more of a sell-off, expect it more sort of in the developed markets around the world, not as much in the U.S. We've already adjusted to higher inflation. Now, I'm not saying there's not more upside.
People sell bonds, yields go up. Less trust in the U.S. economy.
All of it? Like, how do you factor in the war? Are you like, we've been trying to assess what we got from Fed Chair Jay Powell yesterday about kind of looking through the energy shock, but time will tell, right? Whether or not this is a longer problem.
But time will definitely tell whether this is more of a problem. You can look at it sort of either way, right? We were joking before. You could look at it that, energy prices are inflationary. All the spending on AI CapEx is inflationary.
Right.
We haven't hit the PCE target in 5 years. Can't hike rates, right? You got to hold them steady. Or you can look at it a different way. You can say, actually, productivity is going to come through and it's going to lead to higher growth. You saw that in the S&P. They ticked up a little bit in terms of their expectation for growth. You can say, actually, AI is going to be slightly disinflationary. And you can say, gasoline prices, energy prices up over the short term. Much like we talked about tariffs last year. Doesn't necessarily lead to economy-wide inflation. It's inflationary pressure, but you need spending on everything else at the same level and those higher prices to generate it. So we're not overly concerned about long-term inflation from a near-term spike in energy prices.
Which of those two views do you think is right?
It's a Rorschach test. You're learning.
I mean, those are two totally
right.
Yeah, and look, it's
you're going to learn more about me from that answer than you're going to learn about what's going to happen in the economy.
Sounds like a man trained in the liberal arts, but truly, I mean, which one is more likely?
That's a tough place to be too.
So I'm being flippant, but I mean this because you could be a policymaker on the FOMC, and you could have a principled view depending on which mandate you think is which is more important. Is it maximum employment or is it price stability? So the question to me is not as much what is the right answer or what is my answer. What is the Fed chairman's view? What does he think?
Which Fed chairman?
Assuming.
Just give the fucking take, bro.
By the way, I think Powell obviously is a professional, did a wonderful job yesterday. He is setting up the next Fed chairman, if there's a next Fed chairman near term. He's setting him up to be able to do whatever he wants.
Wait, I think it's even wild that you even said if there's a new Fed chairman.
In the near term, it's possible.
Okay.
Chair Powell said himself yesterday that he's unlikely to step down if there is not a
Is this what bonds are? Like this is most of it. This is only 2 minutes. That was 3 minutes. I can't listen. There's no way. I didn't retain a single word.
Resolution to the legal challenges. So it's certainly possible, as he said yesterday, that he stays on pro tem. But let's assume we work through this.
At some point.
We work through this, and Kevin Warsh gets appointed and nominated. The real question is, what's his...
Kevin, 30 agents in your pocket, Warsh.
His view's been clear. He believes, and we've talked about this at Chief Investment Office with our CIO, Chris Heisey.
Yeah.
This feels a lot like the mid-90s in a lot of ways. We had a doubling of the Fed funds rate from 3 to 6 in 94.
This is tough. We're going to skip it for now. I'll come back. But what I do know, here's the deal. I'm going to come back on Monday. We became like a geopolitical stream after like one weekend. We're going to become a bond stream, I think. And so I'm going to take the weekend. I'm going to get really smart about bonds. One thing I do know is that Liberation Day, at least what I've read, Liberation Day, Trump didn't taco because stocks went down. He tacoed because the 10-year yield was ripping. Wait, let's actually see. What was Liberation? Wait, let me ask Claude. What date roughly did Trump taco Liberation Day? And when did he taco? Because bond yields got too far. Rasmus shorting oil. Tell him to post the size, bro. April 9th. It lasted 7 days. April 9th. U.S. 10-year. April 9th. How bad did it get? April. Oh, it fucking did rip, huh? Okay, it pumped like pretty hard. Charts on the dock. We don't use the dock. I'll go freestyle. Tulip King's at office day, so I'm going fucking freestyle. Wow, it pumped like 18%, and then he fucking backed off. How much are we pumped from this bottom? 12. So what's our line in the sand? Like somewhere like around here. Cause I'm probably like a little bit like here. And what happens? How do you? What I don't understand is how you taco this. You know. Wishing Tulip King a happy weekend. Yeah, me too. I guess. No, I'm just kidding. That's my boy. I just don't know how you taco this. Still, I don't. I honestly, I'm gonna be so for real. I'm gonna be so for real that I'm really happy we said fuck it. We're gonna cover this stuff because I'm gonna preface by saying not that war is good or for anyone's entertainment, but like the idea of geopolitics and the impact on the market and understanding it is like, I felt like we started like at like meme coins. I didn't even trade Bitcoin. Started on chain, this level of understanding. Then you like start trading macro, Bitcoin, things like this. Then you start trading like, actually no, you start like Pokemon cards. Then you get to on chain. Then you get to like Bitcoin, ETH, Hyperliquid. Then you start trading them on perps. Then you start paying attention to equities. Then we start paying attention to the AI trade. And now we're doing like geopolitical. And then we could like dial it back down. Before, like, bro, we were trading on chain with like this much context. Also, look at my nails. They don't look great. This much context. And so I'm happy that we were forced to like figure out some level of context. All right, here's the deal. It's our friend who I would go as far as to say, I think is one of the smartest people on this app, posted a new article, and it's then he was saying to go back to Pokemon cards. Exactly. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Is remember yesterday we read the article from A.B. Campbell, the silver trader, who said that we should like airdrop guns into Iran and shit. I think he's actually, like, jokes aside, I don't know if that was a joke, but one of the smartest, not smart, one of the smarter commodity like gold metals guy on this app. Posted a new article, and I want to read it. It's pretty short, and so what we'll do is we'll read it. It's called "What the Heck Happened to Gold," and then we're gonna watch Jang. You all down to watch Jang after this? Jang Tucker, it just came out. Yes or no? Are you down to do Jang Tucker? Hey, by the way, I don't want to like toot my own horn here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but Tulip King's out of office today. So we didn't really do a lot of stream prep. I fuck with these like if I did hella stream prep, we don't do the world map section. I fuck with this like more like loosey goosey type of shit. All right, let's go. Let's just go. Freestyle Friday. Yeah, freestyle. Wait, should I read Caleb's suggestion first on what we should do in the war? Should I do that first? Okay. This is from the Pit, an original from the Pit. Yo Caleb reads, I read this on the company call this morning. He reads, I'm reading it because it was like geeky, not because it's bad. Bro, I was just rewatching the stream recap yesterday that you started posting recently, which is super sick, by the way. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. And the whiteboard seg had me thinking, if we ever went troops on the ground, the war officials need to zoom out and look at what it is like from a Clash Royale POV. Now, hear me out. At first, it sounds like the most retarded thing ever. But to win a Clash Royale base, you need to take out air defenses first. Then you start sending the jits on the ground to take over. If you go D-Day mode, you'll get absolutely cooked to the next stratosphere. But if you parlay drone warfare while simultaneously sending troops on the ground in certain pockets and repeat that process, you may just have a victory in the works. Pit, baby. That's what we do. That's what we fucking do, man. Be honest. Y'all think Pete Hegseth is on Clash? I think he meant Clash of Clans. Y'all think Hegseth is on Clash of Clans or no? 5-star general in the pit. Can you imagine, like, that's the message he, like, becomes a fucking war general from? Like, Yo Caleb becomes a, like, from that message, he's like, fuck it. Like, I can do this game theory shit better than everybody else. Movie. Also, the pit's pinned. Shout out to Yo Caleb, man. That guy's the first fucking commenter on every YouTube video. It's actually wild. Every YouTube video, he's the first comment. Viblets in the Twitch trenches, but he's not really in the YouTube trenches like that. So, all right. What the heck happened to gold? Here's gold right now. And by the way, you would think that geopolitical unrest would lead to gold performing well. Like, it's sort of supposed to inversely trade with what's good chat in Cancun right now. Keep my street alive and leaving. GG. Congrats on the sex, brother. I love it that you just did that. That was awesome that you just did that. Everyone, congrats on the sex. Also, here's gold right now. So you would think this would trade inverse to risk, right? Risk sells off, geopolitical tension goes up. This should, like, go up with geopolitical tension. But it feels like everybody is, like, who is it? Middle East is selling gold to buy oil. Middle East is selling gold because the revenue is down because the oil is paused. Jane Street's in the order books. What did it just get overbought and it's just a speculative risk asset now? Like, yeah, maybe. I don't really know. I read, yeah, this is the Centrini. It's like when you are afraid, when you think bad things are gonna happen, you buy gold. When bad things are happening, you sell gold. You gotta have a southern accent to be a bond trader partner. Who's the best bond trader of all time? Bill Gross. What a name. Referred to as the Bond King. Wait. Oh, yeah, Bill Gross for sure. That's what you were thinking? Based on search results, the Bond King likely refers to King Vaughn. Devon Daquan Bennett, an American rapper and drill artist from Chicago, Illinois, associated with only the family and empire. Nah, King Vaughn in the 10-year order books, bruh. Can you imagine King Vaughn trading the 30-year? Bruh. Wow, that's awesome. That's really great. That was awesome. Look at this thing just fucking... By the way, who is... I'm not a huge fan of this guy. Dick Zock. Michael Dick Zock. I'm not a big fan of this guy. They all don't have Twitters either. It's like... Dick Zock is a tough one. Dude, I got this video on my reel today, and the guy's like, "Wait, y'all know about Palm Beach Pete or no? Y'all been keeping up with that? Palm Beach Pete or no? Y'all tapped into Palm Beach Pete?
Good morning, everybody. This is Palm Beach Pete from Palm Beach, Florida. I want to thank everybody for the positive comments I got from saying I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just Palm Beach Pete, going to play some tennis today, going into town, have lunch. I'm so not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just me being me, and it's a crazy phenomenon that has went really viral, and I really appreciate all the support. And just want to reiterate, I'm Peter from Palm Beach. Have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. He's a very bad person, what he did, obviously, and he is dead. And I'm alive.
Oh my God, dude.
This is Palm Beach Pete, and my video went viral because some dude randomly filmed me while I was driving on I-95, unbeknownst to me. And the next thing I know, I'm a viral sensation. I had my phone down for about 4 hours, and I didn't know my phone was blowing up with all these comments from that video. So I got a lot of traction. It's pretty crazy. Thanks.
So you're not Jeffrey Epstein?
I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete.
That a boy, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, you don't think he's a legend in the city or no? No, they got him on a podcast, bro.
Well, we did what the internet couldn't. Is Jeffrey Epstein?
The Nick Gordo show? Nah, bro.
Is Jeffrey Epstein alive? Well, we did what the internet couldn't do. We searched. We asked around. We looked all over Florida, and we tracked down the man.
Wow, we got him on a pod, bro. Anyways. All right, we got to read about gold. Let's go. It's Palm Beach Pete. We got to read about gold. So yeah, you would think. Wow. You would think, at least prior to this parabolic move, gold is supposed to trade like a risk off, like inverse to risk getting just obliterated, and it's not. I mean, look at it's worse than SPY. Like, let's go like gold SPX. Look at it. I mean, this is gnarly. That's gnarly. If we go gold SPX, it looks the same. Just disgusting chart. So here's the article. It's a good one, I think. I actually haven't read it, but by the way, I got this video on my reels today, and this guy, he's like, you know, my life sucks. The thing is, like, my life sucks, and he like has like a birth certificate, and he's like, I'm Jeffrey Epstein. No, not that Jeffrey Epstein, but like my name is Jeffrey Epstein, like by birth. Like, you ever consider that? Like, there's not only one Jeffrey Epstein on the planet. It's like it's a tough name. I mean, if that's your name, like your government name is Jeffrey Epstein. All right. What the heck happened to gold by Alexander Campbell? Well, that was interesting. Tuesday, we started a piece. We read it yesterday. Tuesday, we started a piece on gold that turned into, quote, don't take the bait, but tried to message subscribers that things were looking scary. Wednesday, we did a bunch of the analytics. And though we got distracted by building systems, tried to communicate to folks that, yes, the correction was here. But that even in yen, the market looked heavy. Then concluded the day by letting people know we sold some silver against the gold as a way of hedging what looked like to be a relatively scary downside. I didn't get any of these messages. None of them. Which is by no means a way of saying I told you so. You didn't. Since I didn't, thank you. And I also took losses today. But rather to kind of communicate, A, the notion of how fast things are evolving at the moment, and B, provide a bit of transparency on why, towards the end of the day, I took my own advice and cut 80% of the book. It's next, brother. Don't worry. It's next. And warm yourself up. We're still up on the year, but after paying 1% to get out of some of our less liquid stuff, it comes to a tad over 3%, which seems to be fine if you analyze it, up 12% on the book. But it feels painful when we ended January up 14.5 and February up 9.5. The primary reason for cutting the book wasn't so much the drawdown, as it becomes clear to me that I had accumulated way too much drift bloat over the past couple months in the good times. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. Thank you. So I made 3 decisions. Time to pare it down. Time to invest in some risk systems. And then perhaps most importantly for you guys, time to build it. Wait, let me look at this real quick. Sorry. I actually have to focus. I'm like letting the ADD get too ridiculous today, but
surprise for the chat. I was watching threadguy's stream and he has a surprise for the chat. He gets a big oil barrel. And he starts dancing around. We got the oil. We're longing this shit. We're stacking up our oil.
By the way, I did not say we're longing. I did not say that. I did not say that. I said I will not be subject to export bans. I did not say I'm long. I am, but that's not what I said in the clip. I did not say I'm long. I'm not pushing my longs on anybody.
Oil, woohoo! Oil to 200, baby. It's going to the moon. I'm opening my short.
I didn't say. Did I say that? Chat, yes or no?
I've just suddenly been authorized to like open up my short and take a conviction trade because the early celebration is just unbelievable. He's like, I'm not doing the early celly. I'm not doing the early celly, but we were right about everything. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Rasmer versus the pseudo-intellectual.
Wait, G-Man? From our chat? What? G-Man plays from our chat? Right now? This is live. What the fuck? Nah, deadass ban him, bro. Right now. Time him out. What the fuck? From my Telegram?
Ball. I'm opening an oil short at 90.
Bro, what? He's in here. What the fuck?
$8. And I'm not married to this bag, right? Like, threadguy's getting a fucking big old barrel of oil and he's married to it. He's getting emotionally invested. And that's exactly what I want to see right when I short.
You maybe stop getting smarter and reading the article for that. Who sent that clip? That weak ass clip. It's like, bro, I got the oil because I don't want to be subject to price controls. Not because I'm victory lapping. Like, it hurts me a little bit in this whole as a Lebanese guy that Rasmer is Lebanese every time I see his clips. That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up. That's actually fucked. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, dude. That's fucking fucked up. All right, let me focus. Wait, where did you short? Like, what's your entry? Just let us know. And how much leverage and size? How much leverage and size? Just so we know. We could track it as a chat. What's your liquidation or stop loss? Give us the full trade. If you're actually serious, give us the full trade. What's the context with G-Man? I'm on a plane right now. I'll open it after stream. This is the difference, by the way. This is the fucking difference between this stream and everyone else that's like, oh, I'm a financial, like, I'm a finance content creator. It's like, no, none of these people fucking trade. Nobody takes risk. Everyone gets on the stream and they fucking yap and they talk this, that, the third. I'm this position, I'm this position. Nobody puts size in the market. Okay? You respect risk takers, and everyone that is not should go fuck themselves. It's very simple. Risk takers respect risk takers, and everybody else should go fuck themselves. And that's why people ask me, like, oh, threadguy, like, oh, you only have 166 viewers on Twitch, da-da-da. I have 166 people that show up every day, that fucking take risk, put their dick on the table, spend every hour of every day trying to get smarter so they can take more risk, make money in the markets, and accurately speculate, okay? And everybody else, almost everybody else that's making content is just making content, bro. They're not actually trading. They're not actually posting positions. They're not actually speculating. They're not actually picking sides. And that's what we fucking do in this stream, bro. Is we fucking take risk in the market. That's what we fucking do. He's calling me, bro. I don't want to answer this shit. It's just like, no, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. It's like, post a trade. I don't give a fuck. It's like, you can use my name to clip farm me. Use my name. No. Use our community. Use the pit. Use our community. Use our fucking diehards. Use our community to clip farm. Use our community to clip farm. Use our community to fucking talk shit. Use our community to fucking do whatever you got to do. But we're good on this side. We're good on this side. We're good over here. Use our community for whatever you got to use it for. We're not worried. We're like, bro, we're like 11 seed Miami, Ohio. And everybody wants to talk, oh, they're not that good. They're 31-0. They've won 31 games. They're not that good. They're not that good. They're not that good. But Miami, Ohio, to them, they're like, no, we're 31-0. I don't give a fuck. You think Miami, Ohio cares about what any other team has to say about Miami, Ohio? It's like, nah, we're 31-0. We worried about us. Everybody else worries about us. We worry about us. Everybody else worries about us. We worry about us. Everybody else worries. So open it then, bro. I'm not even long. That's the thing. The pit has so much influence and has so much just mind share over the broader market that we're not even really long. We were long, we closed it, got shit on at the Schmiko. We closed it at the Schmiko, and then everybody else is worried about what are they going to do next? What are they doing now? And we're just like, we'll do what we do when we got to do it. We worry about us. We worry about us. That's it. We on this side worry about us. That's what we do. I'm worried about me and my squad and nobody else. And so everybody else can, oh, I'm this coin, I'm not. I'm just worried about us. That's it. If we got to pivot to bonds, we'll pivot to bonds. I'm just worried. We good on this side. Okay. I might have to close the pit, you know, because one of the things they say about your friends is you don't really know if your homie's your homie unless you travel overseas with them or get into some serious beef. And I feel like, how many people in the pit right now? There's 509. I feel like me and the 509 have like got into it. And I'm not really sure that anybody else belongs. Like, I feel like you got to earn your way in. I'm not talking about like hazing or anything, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Why should somebody else be allowed in our community of risk takers? Our community of people that sit here every day. We fucking read articles. We fucking watch YouTube videos. We fucking just we learn geopolitics. We learn fucking bonds. What? We put in work. So why should anybody else be allowed in our shit? You think every day, be honest, chat, do you think I want to talk, you think I want to read fucking A.B. Campbell articles every day? You think I'm like excited to do that every day? No. I don't fucking want to read A.B. Campbell articles every day, okay? But you know what I want to do? Is I want to make fucking money. I want to sit down when some new shit happens in the world. I want to have the ball knowledge to digest it, to see through it, to pick a side, and I want to fucking pick up the money off the floor. I want to pick up the money off the floor. And the only way we're going to do that is if we sit here and we read these dog shit ass articles so we can figure out who's a LARP, who's not, what's good, what's bad. You think I want to listen to fucking Professor Jang for an hour every day? You think I want to do that? No. But if you can't figure out who's smart and who's retarded, then you can't figure out where you sit on that spectrum. You can't pick up the free money off the floor. And so we're good on this side. We're good on this side. We're good on this side. Yeah, Jen caught a crazy stray there. He did go on Tucker. By the way, I'm be honest. I'm kind of hyped to watch the Jang video today. I'm gonna be so for real. I'll call Rasmus real quick, and then I gotta get back to the work. I'll call him real quick. I'll call him real quick. Hey man, what's up, dude? I am on stream, by the way.
No, just don't. No, I'm not a LARPer. I really do trade though. Like you
I
chat.
I didn't call you a LARP. We just wanted the position. That's all. I just wanted to know what your entry and your stop loss was. That's it.
What, stop loss? Oh, you do stop losses on your fucking trades, bro? You're fucking soft. You're a little bitch. I got a stop loss. It's liquidation.
Okay, the position's not even open, right? Or no?
Okay, bro. I got you. I'll post the position.
No, I'm not even asking you to tweet it. I just like, what's the number, just so I can mark it.
Okay, well, you have about 10x the net worth as me, so maybe my,
No, I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you how much it was. I just said like, what's the entry? That's all.
Oh my god, and it's dipping, bro. What the fuck? I'm getting worse entry. Okay, fuck it. Do I just take? I mean, dude, it's down $3. What did fucking Trump say some shit? Like,
dude, it would have been so much aura if you actually did it, and you fucking didn't. You didn't have the fucking balls to put it on the table and make the trade. If you did, you would have been so cool, and you fucking admitted you're not even in it. So now you can't even victory lap your clip. You can't even victory lap your clip, because if you did victory lap your clip, we're gonna shit on you. We're gonna shit on you. I gotta go. Man. I gotta get back to work here. Let's refocus. I'm actually curious though what did happen. He didn't even open it. He publicly admitted he didn't open it. Now what? Now what? I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not gonna lie. If he actually hit the short and like nailed that on some leverage, that would have been a sick trade, and we would be fucked. But like I said, not a lot of people are really doing it. I don't know, guys. I just do me. I just do us. Our guys live in New Zealand, bro. Count the miles. What's the announcement though? It's got to be front running. Now we get back to work. Trump says the Strait of Hormuz must be protected and controlled by other countries that use it. Trump said the United States is daily achieving its goals and thinking about reducing its large military options in the Middle East. United States tariffs are causing uncertainty for Irish exports. Here you go. Boom. We're getting very close to meeting our objectives as we consider winding down our great military efforts in the Middle East. With respect to the terrorist regime of Iran, 1, completely degrading Iranian missile capability, launchers, and everything else penetrating to them. 2, destroying Iran's defense and industrial base. 3, eliminating their navy and air force, including anti-aircraft weaponry. 4, never allowing Iran to get even close to nuclear capability, and always being in a position where the USA can quickly and powerfully react to such a situation, should it take place. 5, protecting at the highest level our Middle Eastern allies, including Israel first, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab. How do I pronounce it correctly? I feel like I pronounce it wrong. It doesn't sound right. How do I pronounce Arab? Arab. Israel, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Kuwait, and others. The Hormuz Strait will have to be guarded and policed as necessary by other nations who use it. The United States does not. If asked, we will help these countries in their Hormuz efforts, but it shouldn't be necessary once Iran's threat is eradicated. Importantly, it will be an easy military operation for them. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Is Bitcoin ripping? Stop. Dude, I'm dead ass gonna ban you from the chat. Okay, not bad. Dude, it's those fucking bond yields. It's those fucking bond yields, huh? That's what it is? It's the bond yields. By the way, I got us out a whole lot of nothing. In my opinion, that was like, was that even a taco? Did that get a chat? Yes or no? Is that a taco? Are we clarifying that a taco? Yes or no? I'm not sure that is like, he said reducing military efforts in the Middle East. As we consider. It's, no. As we consider, he said. He just said 2,000 more Marines. Yeah, I'm not, soft shell taco, huh? Yeah, he just said boots on the ground soon. I'm not really like buying that one. What did People Poo say? It's always after market close. All right, let's finish this and let's watch Jang. Okay, I made 3 decisions. I figured I'd start where I began. We're gonna talk about gold. What are the bearish things playing out today? What are the bullish things playing out with gold today? How might you net those as a discretionary trader? Then over the coming weeks, we're gonna extend this into a whole series on how to actually systemize this stuff. What data can you use as inputs? By the way, we're just like retracing the move. What data can you use as inputs? How to clean, model, and transform that data? How might let's just get to it. Why did gold puke today? This is what I really want to know. Fuck the rest. 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 Yeah, we can actually. We'll rip this. Why did gold puke today? To review, in the 24 hours between yesterday's open and today's, gold fell around 10%. Boots on the ground, 99%. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. Dude. Does he know I gifted 6 subs? Net 100x. Thanks, brother. No, it's 70%. Also, this looks tough. This polymarker overlay looks so tough. To put it in some historical context, that's another minus 10Z score in 2 months. Remember that next time someone tells you the odds of something happening. When you see something falling 10Z, you kind of need a good reason. So the below list may feel uncomfortable, but not many of them are also in play during the January 30th worst puke. Dollar strength, higher rates, scramble for liquidity, lack of Middle Eastern and Asian buyers. I think this is a big one right here. Ugly chart, aka technicals, reversion of speculative flows. Let's go through them in order. Dollar strength. The dollar is ripping. DXY is back near 100, up almost 5% annualized off the lows. When oil spikes, dollars get scarce globally because everybody needs them to buy energy. This is the same mechanical dollar strength we saw in 2008, 2020, and mid-2022. And every time that happens, gold get hit first because it's the most liquid thing people can sell to raise cash. Fully like that. Higher rates. Higher rates weren't just expected, but for the first time in the oil crisis, they gapped up. When the market opened this morning, U.S. 2-year rates were 60 basis points higher than they were at the end of last month. This wasn't just a U.S. story. Also, this is why I think Trump fucking is ready to taco. Damn, it's getting destroyed. The small cheeky position I have open on Brent is like 150 cents. Entry and my stop loss is on it. I will not lose another dollar. I won't lose any money in oil. I refuse. Not willing. So if I get stopped, I get stopped. Fuck it. This wasn't just a U.S. story. European rates are not pricing in direct hikes. While the U.S. has a weird curve where SOFR, softer trends, up for the next 6 months, and then we get another cutting cycle. This is the interest rates curve's way of telling you how painful the shift in monetary policy is. If you recall, most other periods of sustained gold weakness came in moments where the dollar was strong and real yields were rising, like 2008. So DXY up and yield up is bad for the market. And so if we look at DXY up, let's go like 4 hour. Dollar strong as fuck. And then like, he said US 2-year? Is that even a thing? How do you do US 2? Here. Candling. Rasmus is right, I'm not gonna lie. I know, but what that's like, you know who the most profitable traders of all time are, Elliot? The most profitable traders of all time are paper traders. Always, forever, and always. Okay, so both of those things are happening. Yields up and dollar up. Interesting. And then gold just gets wrecked. You get the idea. For gold denominated in dollars, tight dollar and global liquidity is bad news. 3 out of 5 scramble for liquidity. So who might be scrambling for liquidity right now? Well, there's a lot of folks, this is what I think, who in the Middle East who coincidentally are not only having a hard time selling their petroleum, but are finding a lot of stuff they use to make that equipment on fire. As they say, the pain will continue until I no longer post oil and gas rigs on fire in the blog. This theory is under debate as we have no official confirmation of private or public flows in Gulf countries. 4 out of 5. Lack of Middle Eastern and Asian buyers. What we do know is Dubai was serving as the primary hub by which gold went from London sellers to Indian and other Asian buyers. The pipe is broken right now. This isn't a structural shift in demand. It's a plumbing problem. But the plumbing problems can take months to reroute. And in the meantime, the marginal physical buyer can't get their gold. Iran was also a decent-sized purchaser going into the crisis, running at around 100 tons a year or close to 3% of the total demand. But both of these are war-specific one-offs. They reverse when Hormuz reopens. Wow, this is getting destroyed. I think it's a fake taco, bro. Like, I really think it's a fake taco. But right now, they are real and removing a meaningful chunk of physical demand from the market. Adding new restrictions on Chinese demand, gold in China, and the pipe for buyers just got much tighter. Last but not least, the same people who came out of the woodwork at the end of January are now coming out in force, pushing the narrative that not only is gold a bad hedge, but that basically the chart looked crappy as it passed a trend line. This kind of stuff does matter to some extent when you have CTAs, trend followers, moving fast and pushing people through their stops. That was the whole article. That shit was weak. He basically just said what we said about why it's down. Wow, is this really gonna do it? They're gonna stop me out on this, really? I'm surprised. It felt weak. Underwhelming, IMO. Long gold off the straight open. I like it too. I mean, the Bitcoin said yes, right? Bitcoin says yes, yes, yes. 10-minute BTC. Bitcoin says yes. Wait, let me fucking up. I mean, I just accepted that the short trade is, I'm not gonna make it. I mean, look. Peace out, brother. Look, it's on the fucking table if you're a freak. I mean, look at this daily. I mean, this is like a crypto chart and there wasn't infinite money and passive flows and ETFs and all of this shit. Like, this was like a normal chart that wasn't just programmed to go up. I mean, this is your level, right? Like, obviously your level is here. And you hit the Michael Burry God trade. And this thing goes down like how much? 25% in a straight line, and then we're done. But that's not going to be my trade. I'm just not making it. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not making that trade. And so the much easier trade is probably long war over, if and when we get there. Bitcoin, whatever. This didn't age well either. That's the better trade, probably. I'm not going to be the guy to fucking short the U.S. stock market with size. So we'll see. Now, look, I got to go soon, low-key. How long on the stream are we? Hour and 45. I got to go soon, but I kind of want to watch Jang. It's a Friday. I got dates and shit, bro. I got dates. I got shit to do. This is crazy. Chat, I feel like it was a weak taco. Like, what does Polymarket say? Nothing. Didn't even move. They're not buying it. Yeah. The problem is with these after hours hyperliquid moves too, it's just a bunch of retards in the books. Like, it's a bunch of me in the books, respectfully. Like, it's just a bunch of retards trading it back and forth. That's the same problem with Polymarket. Yeah, fair. I have found that Polymarket is really, they're sharp. Ceasefire is just down only, right? Like April, ceasefire. Down only. Market's not buying this shit. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to get stopped at 100. We'll see. It's my entry, though, on like a cheeky long. I made the one good trade, then I've just been fucking jerking off, fucking around with it for whatever reason. I don't really think I'm going to get stopped out again, but we'll see. It's just like all you can say if you're Trump is like, hey, I think we're going to end the war soon. But it's like, no, you're sending 8,000. I mean, I don't know. You're sending 8,000 Marines to. Wait, let's see this market real quick. This is a decent one, actually. Let's look at this. Will gold reach by the end of March? What's it at right now? $4,497. Is this what it closes at? How does this work? Isn't it? Oh, it needs a daily close. I mean, it's under this price right now. Huh. It's under this price. That's interesting. The one I actually like no bullshit, a trade I would take. Yeah, look, this is a fucking weak taco, bro. What's the Bitcoin 45K market? Bitcoin 45K. How do I find it? DNAP, try to link it. There's a market of Bitcoin at a 50% chance of it hitting 45K, and I'm not buying it. I don't think we're going that low. I really don't. I really don't. Where's this Bitcoin? It looks. I think it looks decent, man. I really do. All right, look. Yeah. I'll rise with Bitcoin hit in 2026. Has a 64% chance of hitting 50K. Crazy. 45% chance, 48% chance of hitting 45K. I actually probably am going to take no on this at some point. This is actually something I'm interested in betting on a poly market is this. I don't really want to bet on the war stuff, but this is gnarly. Gnarly. It feels decent. A decent hedge against some of this. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Weak taco IMO. Also, did it after market close is weird. Why would you do after market close? I don't know. But look, we got Jang box office. We got him on. Yes or no? You want like 20 minutes of it? Do I gotta look at Raspberry's Twitter? I don't want to fucking look, bro.
Brother, I first of all, I wanted to short oil, and I still do. But even if I don't short oil, if I'm correct about the situation not being a big deal and I keep all my spot bags, that's a fucking trade. So get fucked. And I have 10,000 hype bids. I'm going to post my 10,000 hype. I'm just going to post my 10,000 hype, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, like this is so ridiculous to me. This is like I agree. Unfortunately, I agree with Amit. This is a dog shit taco. Like, come on, bro. What are you talking about? Probably could have longed it on this shit. Whatever. The oil thing is just driving me nuts. So I have the position open. I'm not touching it. If I get stopped, I get stopped. I'm not adding. I'm not doing anything. But that was a weak ass taco. I mean, give me a break. There's 8,000 Marines on a fucking boat, on a speedboat on the way to Iran. Like, what are we talking about? He's like, we might not do it. It's like, no, they're on the way. All right, let's go. This came out 4 hours ago. Any last words before you have your life changed before your eyes? Bro, I was upstairs and you shouted my Clash Royale take. You goated. Now you goated, bro. Look at this weak ass taco, bro. Fake ass market. Look at this fake ass market, bro. I mean, give me a break. My stop is my entry, 150 cents or something. I don't know. Look at this headline ass, beatable ass market, bro. If you were really long this thing with size, it's just like so gnarly. Look at this fucking dog shit, man. Dog shit. That's why I have my crude shipped. All right, let's watch Shang. Look at this shit. I mean, give me a fucking break. Honestly, give me a break. Retrace the whole move. Look at the hour. Probably hour looks quite crazy. Hey, look at the hour. Look at the hourly, bro. Does this hourly look like it's going higher or lower? You tell me. I don't know. You tell me. I can't recommend anyone. I can't like encourage anyone buy it at this point because you're just gonna get fucking the whole world. The most powerful people in the world are trying to just like obliterate you in the books. So I can't, in good faith, tell anyone to bid at this point. 84 when we first entered, hell yeah. But at this point on Hyperliquid, these moves just they suck. All right, let's watch it.
Professor, thank you very much for doing this. We've never met. I don't know a great deal about you, but I have seen a number of your videos in which you make remarkably accurate predictions. So that's what I know about you. And
Remarkably accurate predictions is a little.
And I'm impressed by that, by your ability to call events before they happen. So with that in mind, let me ask you, where do you think this war in Iran is going? How will it be resolved? And what are the consequences likely to be?
What a fucking intro question.
Well, thanks so much for inviting me to talk. I'm a huge fan. I've been admiring your work for a number of years now.
Thank you.
So I think that this war in Iran will be very similar to the war in Ukraine, meaning that this will be drawn out, be a war of attrition. Neither side will concede defeat, even though it is in the best interest to reach a ceasefire. And this will have dramatic consequences on the global economy. And this war could drag on for years and years. Already, we're seeing major repercussions on the global economy in that flights are being canceled. In Southeast Asia, they ran out of fuel, so they're asking people to stay at home. And in a few more months, experts are predicting a food shortage, meaning that nations will be forced into food
Be honest. Do you think you got that from Calvin or no?
rationing. And today, there's major escalation in that the Israelis struck the largest gas field in Iran, and Iran retaliated by attacking energy infrastructure of the GCC. And Iran has stated that its purpose, its goal, its strategy is to move oil to $200 a barrel, which will have a really significant impact on the global economy because the entire global economy is based on access to cheap energy. So unfortunately, I think that we can expect this war to drag on for years and years. Eventually, America will send in ground troops. Eventually, the Strait of Hormuz will be contested. Eventually, this will spread all across the world. Eventually, other nations will be drawn in. So Saudi Arabia is thinking about declaring war on Iran, and Saudi Arabia has a mutual defense pact with Pakistan. So Pakistan will be drawn into this.
I don't get what the fuck Saudi Arabia is doing right now. It's like you own half the strait. You're just getting bitched.
Into this war. So things are spiraling out of control. And just recently, Ali Larijani, who is the de facto head of the Iranian war effort, was assassinated. And he was a pragmatic elder statesman in Iran who had the authority to negotiate a ceasefire. Now that he's gone, there really is no more off-ramp. So both sides are committed to a long war of attrition.
I don't think that's necessarily true. It's like there's one guy that could negotiate a ceasefire. Now that he's dead, could never be a ceasefire. I don't necessarily think that that's true.
And the consequences for the entire global economy.
One guy that could do it.
Are quite dire.
That is, I wouldn't say that's the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario would include a nuclear strike by one or more actors and the destruction of the Aqsa Mosque complex in Jerusalem, which would spark a religious war. So that's as bad as it could get, but you've just described one step before the worst, which is protracted, destructive, impossible to stop.
Like, I'm down for the idea that, like, they're a complete mess and have no idea who's even leading this operation at this point because we've killed so many of them, so many, like, of Iranian leaders. But it's hard to subscribe that there's one guy.
So my question is, because there are so many global players, big global players, the US and China, I think, who would be hurt by this, why is there not an incentive to get it settled quickly, and why can't that happen?
Right. So once this war starts, it achieves a momentum and a logic of its own. So the United States doesn't really have an off-ramp, meaning that if it tries to negotiate a ceasefire with Iran, Iran would ask for reparations, about $1 trillion, basically. It would ask for the United States to leave the Middle East permanently to ensure its long-term survival. If the United States were to do that, then the GCC nations would collectively become client states of Iran, because only Iran can guarantee their safety, as well as use of the Strait of Hormuz. The GCC is the basis of the petrodollar. So what the GCC does is it sells oil in US dollars and then recycles this money back into the American economy.
Yes.
So if the GCC were to abandon the petrodollar, then this would have severe repercussions on the American economy. Also, there'll be a chain reaction in that Japan and South Korea would look at what's happened in the Middle East and decide that the United States can no longer guarantee their safety. So they would have to remilitarize, and they would have to spend all the resources on adapting to the possible China threat. And then you have Europe, and then Europe would look at what happened in the GCC as well as in Southeast Asia, and they would be like, why are we fighting Russia? Wouldn't it be in our best interest to negotiate a peace treaty with Russia as soon as possible? What this would mean the collapse of the US dollar as a global reserve currency. Remember that America is sitting on $39 trillion in debt. And so the American economy is a Ponzi scheme that relies on foreign nations to continually
$39 trillion is so gross. It's the market cap of gold, bro.
buy US dollars. So the US economy would not be able to withstand essentially American withdrawal from the Middle East. So the Americans are stuck where they are right now, unfortunately.
What is the Chinese perspective on this? I mean, it seems like China has an interest in peace in the Persian Gulf with those 7 oil-producing countries. Why wouldn't China step in and try and settle this?
So both the United States and China benefit from the status quo. And China has a vested interest in seeing a very quick solution to this war in the Middle East. China imports about 40% of its energy needs from the GCC. So not just Iranian oil, but also Qatari natural gas.
Right.
So as you point out, China very much wants to see, as soon as possible, a ceasefire. Unfortunately, it is the nature of the Chinese government not to interfere in foreign affairs. China doesn't really have a geopolitical framework, a grand strategy. It really believes in global trade. And it doesn't really have a framework for how to resolve armed conflict. And so Chinese policymakers are really stuck. And in fact, Chinese policymakers have come out publicly saying that they would like the carnage, the violence in the Middle East to stop as soon as possible, and for the Strait of Hormuz to open up. But unfortunately, as I pointed out previously, when a war starts, it achieves a momentum and a logic of its own. And it's very hard to stop a war once it starts.
So if your prediction is correct, and I pray that it's not, and I'm sure you do too, hope that you're wrong, but if you're not wrong, and this continues to grind in the way that it is now, destroying energy infrastructure, just really destroying the civilizations of the region and Iran and the GCC, what does that look like in, say, 2 years globally? What's the effect on the global economy?
All right, get Doomer, fuck it, do it.
So this war, it will accelerate 3 major trends. And nations will have to adapt to a new reality in which energy is no longer cheap and accessible. The first major trend is deindustrialization, meaning that right now you just have too many people living in cities. And you can do that as long as you can import cheap energy and cheap food. But when cheap energy and cheap food are gone, then you need people to work the fields, to grow food for your economy. So you have to deindustrialize and reduce your energy dependence. Okay, that's one major trend that we should see very soon. Second major trend we should see is remilitarization, in that before we had Pax Americana, where America basically guaranteed global peace. And America basically prevented nations from going to war against each other. So for example, Trump brokered a ceasefire between India and Pakistan because these two nations...
Well, but look at China's oil. You control Iran oil, you control China. But China gets like 5% of their oil flow from Iran?
Much hostilities against each other. But now that America no longer has the aura of invincibility and ability, now that the American military does not come across as almighty, then America doesn't have the power to stop kids from attacking each other on the playground anymore.
Also, I don't think this is like done. This is sort of my take yesterday. I don't think this is done though. Like America, like U.S. military is not like done with this operation. It could still get fucking steamrolled from here. Like I wouldn't say that they have like shown they have. If anything, they've shown they're fucking down to get gritty. At this point, they've shown like Trump is like time and time again shown he's fucking a lunatic and he's like ready to go to war.
So nations have to remilitarize, especially nations like Japan, which before relied too heavily on American military protection. Okay, so that's number 2, the remilitarization of the world. And the third major trend we should see is mercantilism, meaning that now that global trade is disrupted, nations, especially advanced industrial nations such as Japan and Germany, they need to create their own independent, self-sufficient supply chains.
China's 1.2 billion barrels of reserves. It's not that much though. The U.S. is like 400 million. It isn't that much. And you have caps. Like you can only get 2 million barrels out a day. At least for the U.S., you can only get 2 million barrels out a day. Otherwise, your fucking salt mines like collapse. That's why I'm stocking up in the back.
Fortunately, America doesn't have this issue because the Western Hemisphere is extremely wealthy and abundant in natural resources. But if you are Japan and Germany, then you have to reach out and expand your borders if you are to maintain your industrial might. So these
How does China store their oil? Yeah, same thing. Everyone just does these fucking rock caves. It's like the way to do it. By the way. It doesn't look great.
are the three major trends we should be seeing very quickly.
Well, here's something that thieves count on. Security cameras usually stop. Use cell exact dynamic defense. Cellcam.com. I mean, we've of course seen this exact dynamic very famously in the last century. And I do think Japan is the big question mark because traditionally, a rising power, a great power like China, just kind of intuitively demands hegemony in its own region. Like China controls the East. I would imagine that's the Chinese perspective. But in the way of that are Japan, the historic enemy, and South Korea, but particularly Japan. And I know that people in your country are very focused on Japan. So is it plausible that China allows Japan to become, say, a nuclear armed power at this point?
Right. So from the surface, it seems as though Japan has a lot of structural weaknesses. Okay. So, for example, it has an aging population. It has the oldest population in the world. That's a huge constraint on the future growth potential of Japan. Another problem for Japan is that it is resource dependent. It relies on imports for its resources. And Taiwan blocks off the Strait of Malacca, right? Because Japan requires most of its energy from the GCC through the Strait of Malacca, and Taiwan will be a barrier. So if Taiwan were to reunify with China, then basically Japan can be blockaded and they could be starved. And the other major issue with Japan is its economy, where for the past 30 years, it's in a deflationary spiral because of its excessive debt burden. So there are fundamental weaknesses to Japan. But I'm a historian and I study historical patterns. And what I've seen is that the Japanese people are incredibly resilient. You go back to the 13th century, and the Mongols invaded not once, but twice. And at this time, Japan was very much a feudal nation divided into different fiefdoms. And they came together as a people to defeat the greatest empire in the world at that time, not once, but twice. And you go to the middle of the 19th century when China was being carved up by these Western industrial powers. And it seemed as though Japan was about to be carved up as well. But the Japanese engaged in something called the Meiji Restoration. And in 20 to 30 years' time, they went from a feudal backward nation into an industrial power that ultimately defeated Russia in the Russo-Japanese War of 1905. Right? And then you go to World War II when American devastated Japan, not just nuclear strikes, but also the fire bombings. So at the end of World War II, Japan was completely devastated. But in like 20 years' time, in a generation, they became the world's greatest manufacturing power. So I would not count the Japanese out. There's something about their culture that is extremely resilient, extremely entrepreneurial. And I think that given crises, they will come together as a people and adapt to these challenges. And so if I were to bet, if you give me like $1 billion and said, in East Asia, you can invest your money either in China or Japan, or you could invest half and half. Well, Tucker, I'll be honest with you. I would invest all my money in Japan.
Jeez.
That's what a fascinating analysis.
All right, we're good off Jang for now. He's got nothing to add. We've heard it all. IMO. And that leaves us going into a weekend where Brent oil is trading at $104.71. Bitcoin is 75. SPY's up a little bit after hours, but had a gnarly, nasty, disgusting, horrifying close at 648. And my friends, Monday market open is going to be a fucking good one. There's some progress made on the Clarity Act. There's some crypto advancing. Tau is hot right now. I don't think we're going to spend all week next week talking about oil. But I do think we're going to spend all week next week talking about positioning, what we're buying, what we're selling, how to trade this, and what direction we should go. So I think it's very likely we see a lot of shit this weekend. It's probably a good one to terminally log on or to really log off this weekend, IMO. Bonds as well. So why is Brent down less against local top than WTI? I think there was like a lot of concerns about W2 like crude, that there could be export controls and price controls, and that it was like a little bit more subjective, like less affected by Middle East because it's like American produces a lot and has a lot, which is like crude. And so I think the better, I don't know. Yeah, also I think it like sucks. There's like 3 different ones. I don't even know anymore. All I know is what I got in the back is American crude. This has been a chat. I'm gonna be honest. This has been one of the longest months of my life. Straight up. Like this has been a fucking gnarly month. It's been really intense. I'm pretty proud of the way that we've navigated and covered and discussed what's happening. And I think it's going to put us as a chat in a really sick spot. Like the pit is fucking leveling up. So once I get off stream, I'm gonna go to the fucking bar. I'm gonna drink an American beer, which I don't usually do, and I'm gonna watch college basketball is what I'm gonna do. Okay. That's what you should do also. By the way, Port. VCU, baby. My fucking VCU Rams. Caught a W. I had to bet. I bet 1,000 on Polymarket. I had to do it. VCU. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I went to college for 1 year just so I could drop out and then I could have some niche college that I tell people I've went to that they've never heard of, that like just so happens to be nasty at college basketball and wins a couple upsets every like decade in March Madness. That happens to be VCU. Like I straight up went just so I could like have some fucking lore for the Foids at the bar. Like, yeah, I went to this college. I'm like, what's this college? I'm like, you ever heard of Richmond, Virginia? Yeah, well, there's a party in my city because we fucking beat North Carolina. And then I'm gonna be honest, guys. What did you study? I didn't. I really didn't. I was a business major, undecided. I went to college for a year. And then I went to Accounting 101 my sophomore year. I went to the first class and it was all Zoom. And we were in the group me, it was called Group Me. And we were learning material day 1 Accounting 101. And I said, I can't do. I actually was telling the story the other day. I said, I can't do this. And I walked to the admissions office and there's a sweet lady sitting there. And I said to her, is it too late to drop out? Like, she's like, no, you can drop out whenever you want. And I'm like, can I get like tuition back? She's like, you absolutely can. I'm like, all of it? She's like, you absolutely can. And I'm like, okay, can we like do that? And she's like, we absolutely can. I'm like, okay, yeah, do that. And she's like, all right, it's done. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, it's like done? She's like, yeah, like refund is on the way. I'm like, that's it? You don't have to like call my mom? Nothing? Nope. That's it. You're over 18, aren't you? I said, yeah, I am. She said, hey, you're good. You're no longer a student. Good luck. I was like, okay. And I was out. Also, quick story. My mom texted me to bring this up. My college roommate's little brother. Let's see if there's a Tennessee. Who here knows ball? Here we go. Oh my God, I bet on Miami, Ohio. It's brutal. Who here knows ball? Who here like really knows ball? My college roommate's little brother is a pro, bro. I just saw him. Like, he plays for Tennessee. Nate Amen. He's gonna be a top 10 pick. He's a legit pro. This kid's a fucking pro. Like actually he's gonna be a professional. Top 10 pick, probably. First round pick, for sure. Plays on Tennessee. So if you're watching, tap in, go root for my boy at Tennessee. And last but not least, I made a couple retarded bets just because I couldn't help myself. What did I bet? I bet, bro, some of these odds are gross. I bet Kansas at 1% to win it all. Like 500 to win like fucking 40K. St. John's, same thing at 1%. 500. And I bet Arkansas, Darius Acuff, the best guard in college basketball. Maybe the best guard Calipari's ever had at Arkansas to win it all. I think it's on right now. Is it on right now? No, they played yesterday. Yeah, they played yesterday. They play Grand Canyon, bro, tomorrow or in 2 days. So I just fired a couple Hail Marys. I'm a diehard Kansas fan. Darren Peterson. I love St. John's. I think Rick Pitino is Let's just watch this real quick. We'll sign off with this. I think Rick Pitino is the coolest guy of all time. And I think Darius Acuff's the best guard in basketball. Rick Pitino, the Godfather. Also, my OBS is rugged. I don't even know if I can end the stream. No. Damn, can I not find what I'm looking for right now? You gotta play Crimson Desert? I don't know what that is. Have you been going out to bars and well, yeah, I've been going out a little bit. Oh, I love this shit.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Oh, I love St. John! I fucking love St. John's, bro. I fucking love St. John's. Shout out to Rick Pitino.
It's more than just bad.
Imagine if RJ Lewis played good last year, man. The fucking Godfather, bro.
And I told the guys, I said, you got all these St. John's legends and St. When are you gonna take it?
Wait, this is the one Drake song I want. You know, I'm taking to strip clubs and casinos. I'm out. It's Friday. It's been a banger month. I love you all. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm not even sure I can fucking end the stream because my OBS is rugged. Luke, I need you to rug the stream for me. I'm rugging it on Twitter. It's over. I love you all. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you all so much for pulling up. Thank you all so much for supporting. I'll catch you. I'll see you. I see you. Have a great rest of your day. Love you, motherfuckers. Peace. Peace, 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 peace. I can't even rug, bro. I can't even rug.